So please, each and every one of us, not just to hear, not just to write dreams, not just to listen to tapes, not just to listen to read materials, read books, but please, as you are reading, write down something and work with those things you are writing, because it will help us. If everybody here have listened to my message from January till now, there is something that will enter you. I am not bragging or boasting, but that is the truth. I might say something here. But most of us now, I think some don't even have my message from January to September. They are only, hey, ride on, preach it, say it. At the end of the day, what did pastor preach in church today? He might just talk. He just a talk. He short, he come make person laugh. Oh, that comedy I forbid. Amen. Hello. I pray that God will open your eyes to a great understanding this morning. In the next 50 minutes, God helping me, I want to drop something upon someone's life. And I believe, actually, I prepared for something separate, but somehow I just have to gather one or two things. God said to me, go on this level. That's why I said, I believe the reason I was talking about prosperity is because I knew God is going to make someone rich this morning. Proverbs 10 verse 22, he said, the blessing of God maketh a man rich and harder, no sorrow to it. I'm talking about the prosperity that comes upon you, that you know that no matter where they take you to, you know you are genuine. The wealth that comes from above. Hello. I'm preaching briefly on what I titled From Labor to Favor. From labor to favor. Open your Bible to Luke 5. I read from verse 2. I'll stop verse 7. From labor to favor. He said two, and he saw two ships standing by the lake. But the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their net. And he entered into one of the sheep, which was Simeon, and prayed him that he would throw out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the sheep. And when he has left speaking, he said unto Simeon, launch out into the deep and let down your net for a catch. And Simeon answered him and said unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night and catch nothing. Nevertheless, at the word, I will let down the net. And when he has let down the net, he enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and the net breaks, 7 and the last. And they beckoned unto of their partners which were in the other boats, and they should come and help them. And they came and filled both the sheep. So they began to sink. Do you know, if you read Genesis properly well, Genesis 35, when Joseph had a dream, and when you read Genesis, I think 42, when the brothers of Joseph came back for help, I said to them in Finland, the reason Joseph was not angry when he saw the brother, because his level has changed. The reason he was able to forgive them easily was because his level has changed. You're not getting what I'm saying? Because he understood it was the brother that pushes him to experience what he experienced, and his brother that makes him to become what he has become. The reason you can still hold grudges, the reason you can still hold things in your heart is because your level has not changed. If you know the person that offended you, you are better than the person, you let it go. Did you hear what I said? The brothers came. They thought that Joseph is going to react. They thought that Joseph is going to pay them for their sin. But he looked at them and said, what can you offer me that I don't have? How come that Potiphar's wife was still in Egypt, and yet Joseph did not pay him back? You know Potiphar's wife was still in Egypt. It's possible for Joseph to look at the woman and say, you are the one that makes me to enter the prison. But Joseph understood that what is past is past. You can't rewrite it. He just understood that a day is coming that this woman will bow to me. So I don't need to pay her back. Hello? So I'm talking about a realm of favor that makes you just understand that life is easy. Life is easy. Life is easy. What is favor? Favor is people showing you unusual kindness. What is favor? Favor is attraction. It is an error for you to enter a place and you are not attracted. You lack favor. If I'm talking about attraction, I am not just saying people clapping for you alone. I'm saying people clapping for you, not only clapping for you, giving to you. Favor. Favor cannot be explained, but cannot be denied. Favor is what makes the other kingdom, the other side, to give you money, and they are saying to you, I don't like what you believe, but I like your face. Favor. So I came this morning to raise 317 persons. To say to you, no more labor in your life after now. If your amen is louder than your neighbor, you are the one I'm talking to. Amen. Life is not about effort. Life is about value. There are many people that put effort to whatever they are doing, but there is no value. They put effort, they labor, but nobody appreciates them. Nobody value what they are doing. Have you never seen a truck pusher before? Have you seen the muscles of a truck pushers before? Do you know their muscles are very heavy? Sometimes when you see the vein in their hand, it's very thick. But brother, if by the reason of what they are pushing, their pocket should be fat. And I believe the only good food that a truck pusher eats is beans and yam. So it's not a product of effort. It's what is backing what you are doing. What is favor? Favor is a man. Until you meet your man in life, you will labor. It's your man that put an end to your labor. There is a man God has assigned for every person under the surface of the earth. And any time you meet the man, your tears are over. If you think you don't need a man, you are a joker. Even as great as Jesus, Jesus needed somebody to introduce him. The reason the ministry of Jesus was easy was because someone has been talking about him for 3.5 years. Someone has been speaking even before he came. Someone tried to say, there is one coming after me. I am not worthy to untie his shoes. So the expectation was high. And when he came, the Bible said, he said, this is the one. So it was easy for the people to accept Jesus. Amen. Favor is a man. You know there is a way somebody will so gossip you before your arrival that when you come into a place, people are already using that mindset to look at you. Do I have a weakness in this house today? That is for the negative. Also, there is a way somebody will speak about you, talk about you, advertise you, say certain good things about you. When you are coming, even when you don't have anything to offer, their heart is already open to receive. So if you think you don't need a man in this life, you are a joker. Every person needs a man. Because whether you like it or not, the Bible said the heart of a man is with God. Eternity to where pleases him. That person that will sign a check for you is a man. That person that will give you an approval is a man. That person that will sign your promotion letter is a man. That person that will give you a car key is a man. So if you think you don't need a man, you are a joker. So anytime you are praying, there are 3 prayers that will never dry in my mouth. The first prayer I pray is for grace, grace, grace. I cry for grace every second. I cry for grace. I cry for grace. I cry for grace. I say, God, let grace announce me. The second prayer I prayed, I asked God for mercy in the place of judgment, in the place when I'm not qualified. Father, let your mercy speak for me. And the third prayer I prayed, I asked God for unusual favor. Not just favor, but unusual favor, that in the midst of competition, may I be set aside to be favored. There are pastors, but there is a pastor. You're not getting what I'm saying to you. Favor. Favor. Favors. When favor comes upon a man, something is done and granted to you, even without the person knowing what he has done. When a man carries favor, people showing you kindness, is as if they are drunk. You don't understand this thing. Others are not seeing what they are seeing. Say, this man needs to be favored. Do you know there are many of us like hearing the sound of my voice? You are close to 30 persons, but to you, you are asking yourself, how come this man is not aware of what I'm passing through? You lack favor. You lack favor. The problem is not the man. The problem is because you lack favor. God said to me, he said, divine favor brings acceptance, easy access, people willing to help you without asking. Easy access. Easy access. People willing to assist you without asking. I often say to people that catch to hear, if you ask with your mouth, what are you going to enjoy it with? If you ask somebody before someone will favor you, it means you lack favor. Without asking, the person should favor you. Hello? I said hello. It's a rhyme. It's a rhyme. God said to me, favor, divine favor brings spiritual perfume on a man. That anywhere you enter, you attract helpers. There is a perfume that you wear that people are asking you, what is the name? Do I have a witness in this house today? Not because the perfume is smelly, but there is an aroma coming out of the perfume. They want to know, what is the name of this thing? So when God favors a man, he poured on you spiritual perfume. And I pray for 317 because that's what God said to me in the secret place. I speak over your life. I speak over your destiny. Your struggle is over today. Proverbs 22:29. It says, seeth a man that is diligent in his work. He said he shall stand before men. Not just men, he will stand before great men. People that matter. Seeth a man diligent in his work. Psalm 5 verse 12. Psalm 5 verse 12. Luke 2 verse 52. Luke 2 verse 52. Genesis 6 verse 8. He said, and Noah found favor with God. He found favor with God. Genesis 6 verse 8. He found favor. He found favor that even God look at the surface of the earth. There was no man that was looking like Noah. The question I asked myself, when God saw Noah, there were other men there. But how come he decided to pick Noah in the midst of all? God was about to destroy a country and he said, Noah, you are the one that will be in charge of the next generation. You don't understand this thing. There were other people praying like him, fasting like him. There were other people living holy like him. But when favor comes upon a man, he shuts the mouth of your enemies. They can't just understand why God is blessing you. And they are asking themselves, is she the only one? Is he the only one? Noah found favor with God and with men. Because there's a realm of favor you have with God, that God will push his men to your direction. Hello. I said hello. I said hello. So you must understand something. There is something I don't like. If you read Matthew 7 verse 7, the Bible says, ask and ye shall receive, knock and the door shall be opened, seek and ye shall find. But I prefer Deuteronomy 28. It said, this blessing shall follow you. You don't need to ask. Matthew 7:7 is good, but I prefer Deuteronomy 28. I don't need to ask, but let it follow me. I don't need to ask for favor, but let favor announce me to my generation. In a name that is greater than every other name, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I pray over someone's head today. May you enjoy favor. Amen. Do you know there was nothing like labor until men failed? Do you know that God created everything before he made man? So God originally, his own timetable for your life is to swim in favor. It's for you to enjoy everything. He made all the gardens. In short, if it was possible, God brought the cars for you to choose. Can I explain to you? Do you know why I said he brought the car? The cattle were there. Everything was there for him to use. And olden days, there was no Mercedes-Benz. It was cattle they were using. So if it's these days, God would have provided all the jeeps, all the convoy, everything you needed in your garden before you were made. But when men fell, the Bible said, he said, whoa, he cursed the man. That was when labor started. And he placed a curse on the woman. He said, anytime you want to give birth to your children, you will be in pain. Have you never seen a woman in labor before? When a woman is in labor, she's screaming and shouting. In short, she's insulting the husband. You are the one putting me in this pain. But the question I always ask myself, when she's through with the labor and she has given birth to the child, she will forget all the pain. And the same woman will be crying to the husband, you are not touching me again. She forgot the pain. She forgot the labor. Why? She now understood there is a realm of favor. Am I speaking to anyone here? Nobody will prefer to be in labor when you know there is an alternative for favor. How will you feel in the morning that you just wake up from your bed and your husband will come to you and ask you a question? Is it tea or coffee? Do you know you are excited? Being sincere. I know we are in church. How will you feel when she will say to you, are you using hot water or you are using cold water? You feel so good and you feel so relaxed. How will you feel when they will just come to you and call from the laundry and say, what type of clothes are you wearing today? So that will iron the clothes. I will say to you, asking you questions like that. And from the kitchen, they will call you, are you taking breakfast before you are leaving the house? And ask you, is it coffee or tea? Which one will I prepare? Should I add bread and egg to it with some butters? Press down, shake it together, running over. And you hear another call from the driver and say, which kind of car are you using? Are you wearing red so that I will bring out the less dressed red Jeep? Is it white so that I'll just bring out the range, the white range? And ask you, what kind? Is it that black one so that I will just bring out the calibros of that? Oh, yeah. Do you know you are excited? There is one thing I hate about labor. It's an error for you to labor and there is nothing to show. You know, when a man don't have money, you are hungry with everything. Everybody, including man and woman, when you don't have money, you are hungry. People around you should not offend you. You are just hungry. When somebody is talking, the way you look at the person, he knows that you are from another kingdom. But But when favor comes, when you have money, you are just advertising close up without payment. Labor will die today. Let me give us some signs. Let me give us some signs of labor. Some signs of labor. Number one sign of labor is repeated battles. Repeated battles in life and destiny. A life of circle. A life of circle. A life of repetition. A life of repetition. What you labored for last year is what you are laboring again this year. Repetition. How come Peter toiled all the night and there was nothing to show? Because the wicked one wants him to labor again. You know, if you read Genesis 37, the Bible said a man called Laban, he labored in the house of a man for 7 years, and yet there was nothing to show. And the Bible said one mistake, the man said, you are laboring again for another 7 years. So when a man is in labor, you live a life of repetition. You were suspended by your boss last year. This year you are suspended again. Are you the only one in the office? Repetition. What others will do and they will escape, you dare not try it. Because if you try it, you know you are going for it. Repetition. Repetition. So anytime you see yourself repeating what you have done before, just know that you are in the realm of labor. The realm of labor. The realm of labor. That was what happened to Isaac. The Bible said Isaac dug the well, and the enemy came to cover it. And the Bible said he dug another well. The enemy came to cover it. Just ask yourself a question. If there was no strength in him to dig another well, you know Isaac would have died a failure. The reason a lot of people are confused today is because the well you dug before, you are not lazy. But the reason there is no evidence is because enemy came to cover the well. So right now when you are talking, because you don't have evidence to show, people look at you and say to you, you are lazy. I've discovered something in our world, in our generation today. Every poor man is a lazy man. When they look at the poor man, when they look at a woman, a poor woman, they will say to him or her, the reason you don't have an evidence is because you are lazy. Actually, not because you are lazy, but somebody covered your wear. Somebody covered your wear. Covered your wear. Covered your wear. Covered your wear. Can somebody write just one exam for 9 times? A boy wrote a WAEC exam for 9 times. 9 times. A WAEC exam. How can somebody be in a relationship? They have broken your heart for 4 times. One relationship. You meet the man. When it's getting to the time of marriage, he broke your heart. You say, God's time is the best. One man go, another man come. And you entered another relationship again. That one will enter your liver. After some time, break your liver. So one man go, another man come. Another one come again and enter your intestines. After enter there, he scattered everything. And he goes again. No, sir. He created a man and woman. He created a male and female. Father, I don't want to make a mistake. Give me the right person. I say something to anyone here. You know, living a life of repetition. You are engaged with John. John breaks your heart. From John, you enter Peter. Peter breaks your heart. You enter Steve. From Steve, you enter Jonathan. Only you one. I'm going to say something to anyone here. Do you know it is better to stay with one, because the longer you stay with one, you understand him better. Repeat it. You are not trying to use all kinds of gimmicks. You say the first one, the reason the first relationship broke was because I talked too much. This one, I will not talk again. Anything he just said to me, I'll say, hey, yes, I do. And you now met a man that I hate people that say, yes, I do. The man wants you to talk. So when the man tries for the first time, you say, yes, I do. Second time, yes, I do. Third time, yes. He said, no. I can't marry a woman like this. Because she's not herself. Am I saying something to anyone here? But you just say, okay, you now leave. The third one, you say, no, I have to be all temper. I don't take no for nonsense. And the man sent you one text, you reply with 10 text messages. When the man look at you, he said, for me to marry this one, I better remember that. A repeated battle. How many of us, hear me and hear me well? How many of us you have labored with people when it's time for you to be favored, they now see a negative accusation about you. And they now push you aside. You now start all over again. Again. A pastor came to me one time. We are talking. He said, sir, I am tired of ministry. I said, what is happening? He said, anytime there is battle in my church, they will send me there. And when I go there by grace and by favor, I will silence all the battles and the church will start growing, moving well. And once the church is moving well, they will remove me from there again to go to another battlefield. Did God create me to be settling issues? Am I saying something to anyone here? But there are some people that are just enjoying favor from a better platform to another better platform. They are not doing anything unusual, but grace is just speaking for them. May you be such a man after this encounter. Am I speaking to anyone here? Oh yeah. Repeated battle. Repeated battle. Repeated battle. You used to be a bright student. In short, you are the reference point to others. But now you are about to write an exam and mistakenly you forgot your book in your pocket. And that was the day another vigilator from another school came to the school. And the first person that was searched was you. And then I brought out the textbook from your pocket. And they say, I owe you. You are asking yourself, am I the one? You are not the one, but there is a battle going on in your life, going on in your family that wants you to repeat the same level, be in the same level for years. How can somebody be in a school for 7 years, 8 years? Why? Because you have one course. Just one course. And they said you have carried over. In short, you have done everything, even to discuss with the lecturer. He said, no, just write. Anytime you pass the course, I will let you go. 7 years, 8 years. I'll never forget one time, Papa looked at a man in Calabar. He was in Uni Calabar and said to the man, the boy said, I've been in school for 12 years. And he asked him a question, are you the VC? What are you doing here for 12 years? For a 4 years course. Wow. Reputation. There are some parents hearing the sound of my voice. Look at your son, look at your daughter. You have removed him from different schools. The first school, he was a noise maker. The second school, they saw him, he was smoking. The third school, they caught him red-handed. He raped a sister. The fourth school now is fighting lecturers. One son. Repeated battles. A man look at his son for years. He was so blessed and rich. Wedding. He had just one son. For years he was trying to make the boy to become useful to his generation. But the boy was not interested. So when the man was about to die, he willed everything he had to his servant. He said, the only thing that my son can get from my hand is just one of all I have. If he chooses the car, let the servant give him the car. If he chooses the house, let the servant give him the house. So when they read the will, the young boy was confused. And after some time, they asked him, what are you going to choose? But he was not wise that day, so he met one of the elder. And the elder said to him, choose the servant. If you choose the servant, you have everything the servant has. But just imagine if the boy refused to ask an elder question. With all the prosperity, with all the abundance available, maybe you would have chosen just a car or a building. I'm talking about repeated battle. Check your life. The battle you started in January, you were able to escape, but the battle resurfaced again in July. You are starting again, and you are trying not to escape again. You know, when you continue to fight battles, you don't have time for your life. Nobody heard what I said. The woman with the issue of blood in Mark chapter 5, the Bible says she suffered in the hands of the physician for 12 years. Do you know she was not talking about marriage? Do you know she was not talking about becoming a landlady? She was not talking about giving birth to child. She was not talking about settlement. She was not talking about traveling abroad. Battles kept her in one place. I prophesy on that breast by this high tension fire, your battles are over. Repeated battles. Repeated battles. Number 2, a life of stagnancy. A life of stagnancy. What is stagnancy? This one is not just a repeated battle. You are not going forward. You are not going backward. You are just on one spot. And when you stay too long on a spot, you look like the spot. I was in Finland, and when they were driving through a place, and said, this is the place of the president, the house of the president. And I said, president house? Very close. Very close. I said, no, even the last president, she was a female. She can even enter the train with you, discuss with you, stroll with you. It's not like Nigeria, it's not like Africa. That a president will have 19 cars for escort, and the country is poor. Go everywhere, even express road. Now cows are dragging road with you. In so-called city, what a downgrade of a nation. The failure of someone that refuses to know that something is wrong, and we are crying for change. Change for what? Cows are driving you from the road. When you are driving on an express road, you are not only careful of human being, you are conscious of cow. Malu. On express road. Inside the town. Inside the town. And I asked myself a question. He said, this is just the house of the president. And I saw just one security man, sir. He was standing there. Just standing. He was not shaking. With the gun. Just standing. The last night of the program, we are coming. So some of the children, the mother was carrying me out from his children inside the car with the wife. And the children were tapping their mother and said, the man is not there. The man is not there. And I asked myself a question. The reason these children are thinking like that is because the man has been there. So they conclude in their mind, anytime we are passing through here, this man must be there. That is a life of stagnancy. It's an error for people to meet you where they left you. They visited you last 2 years. You were not able to give them transport to go back to their house. 2 years after, they came again. They are going. Say, uncle, I they go. He said, go now. So, uncle, I go I do. He said, go now. So, uncle, I go I did so. He said, go now. They are trying to pass a message, but there is nothing to offer. Even when you understand what they are saying, because your pocket is empty, you assume you don't understand. A life of stagnancy. Nobody will be happy, even as a married man, that after 10 years, your wife is still on the same level, no one will be happy. Am I speaking to anyone here? You will not be excited when your baby after 10 years is still repeating the same class, is still on the same spot, is not going forward, is not going backward. That is not a life. Spiritually stagnancy is only the 5 scriptures you know how to quote since you were baptized. That's the only thing you know how to quote. And Jesus wept. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. Now whosoever believeth in him. You now go to John 10:10. The devil came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Then Jesus came for life, and life abundantly. You now live from there. You now go to Psalm 121 verse 1. I lift up my eyes unto the hills, from where cometh my help. My help cometh from God, the makers of the heavens and the earth. You now go to Isaiah 7 verse 7. Say, hey, he shall not stand up. Stagnancy. Am I speaking to anyone here? I'm trying to make you understand. I'm not shouting because I'm trying to make you understand. These are things that are not supposed to be. Labor makes a man. How will you be as a church member? You are attending a church for 5 years. The church is not growing. Will you not be tired? 5 years. You are still doing well 2 or 3 together. Oh, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I don't care what the devil gonna do. If it's true, you will be care. You may not care at the beginning, but if it's true, you will be care. I break every spirit of stagnancy from someone's life today by the voice of prophecy. I speak to you under grace and under the divine intervention. I don't know where they have kept you, but by the reason of this service today, because you are here, I see speed coming to your direction. I see speed entering your life. I see speed coming to your direction. I see speed coming to your family. Where they left you, they will not see you there. I said, where they left you, they will not see you there. If you are the one, shout, I receive it. I receive it. You know what he said? You know what he said in Hebrews 1 verse 9? He said, because that loveth righteousness and hated iniquity, I will lift thee above the fellow. So how come you are righteous and yet you are not experiencing lifting? How come? You are in church, but yet you are not looking like God. Number 3. Am I speaking to anyone here? A life of connection without collection. Connection without collection. And I often say to people, a life of collection that you are connected and you are not collecting is frustration. Connection without collection is what? Frustration. Have you not seen some people that are close to you that hinder other blessings from coming? They say, you will be president, brother. How you say you don't get money? You have a weakness here. Say, you will know that house of rep member. They say, na the same place you have for come. If na the same member, na the answer. How come? Now you have Buhari's number does not mean you are popular. You can call him and yet he will not pick your call. He's not to have the mass number. Are you truly connected to him? Connection, no collection. Labor. Have you not seen some people that are protecting some sisters for years? They won't talk. Oh, they are watching the sister. They are watchmen. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. If the sister is not in church, you were not in church today. Why were you not in church? You are not the mopo. You are not the personal PA. You are not the guardian angel. Why are you not in church? Say, I was tired. Let me check your phone. Oh God. Let me check your inbox. How many messages? It's not your husband to be. But it's blocking on that person from approaching you. Because anytime people see such a person with you, they already have this notion in their mind. And the way they are clothed, I'm sure something is going on. I might say something to anyone here. The way they are clothed. Every canopy husband, every canopy helpers around you, as you say amen, I delete them. There are some canopy helpers. Canopy helpers. Yeah. My brother is in Aso Rock. The brother is in Aso Rock. He must be very connected. So they will beat you, beat your mother, and your brother will not say anything. Such a brother is not a brother. I'm not speaking to anyone here. It's better to be alone than to be among men that will not help you. Better to be alone. I don't have friends. I tell it, I say it every time. Because trust in men is waste of time. Connection without connection. A professor, but yet he's teaching in primary school. The man has a lot of degree, a master holder, but yet he's going from house to house, teaching evening classes with his big portfolio, with a lot of file inside, with the Queen's English coming from his mouth. But yet, with gray hair, but the pocket is empty. Connection without connection. You know that Peter was a professional. He was a professional fisherman. In short, the grandfather was a professional fisherman. So it was something he inherited from their fathers. But yet, with all his intellect, with all his wisdom, with all his styles, with all his understanding, that day all the fishes went on strike. How many of you hearing the sound of my voice? There are people that are better than you, but you know on your own, they can't do what you are doing. Say something to anyone here. CEO of a business, of a company, he cannot speak English. But you that is a staff. Sometimes, if you are talking to him, he's not understanding what you are saying. You have to break the English. He said, "Okay, as I talk," so that he will come to your level. And you are not asking yourself, I thought I am educated. How come there is nothing to show? Connection without connection. You open your shop from morning till night. Then when you are now going, you are looking for transport to go home. And your shop is not in Gwagwalada. It's in Metama. It's in Wuse. In Asokoro. It's your Gariki. Or Tramode Market. The store is packed full. In short, nobody's coming. Even the person that came only buy one thing from you and it costs money. He said, "Why are you selling fake things?" And as he was talking, others were hearing. So even those that were coming on their way to buy from you, let's go back. The connection is there, but there is nothing to show. And many people walk with late Bishop in the house today. Most of them, some of them are very poor. The connection was available, but there was no connection. Some were abusing grace. Some were suspecting grace. Some were so familiar with grace. Some refused to activate grace. Close to the altar, but there is no proof. No proof in a person's life. He toiled all the night. He fasted all the night. He prayed all the night. He gave sacrificially. But yet nothing to show. A life of labor. Let me give us the last one. Life of labor. The fourth thing about the sign, the life of labor, is faith expectation. Faith expectation. How many of us, anytime you are having expectation, you are having hope, you are believing you are holding on to something strongly. The day you were expecting that good news, that was the day you received the bad news. Faith expectation. Faith expectation. I come as great as Peter. I come as great as his friend. The Bible said they were washing their nets. Just imagine what they are going back to say to their wives, say to their children. Faith, Failed. Faith expectation. You are expecting good news. That is when you have bad news. How many women you are waiting and say, God, this month I must be pregnant? As you were waiting, in short, the day your mind, your heart grows very high. Your expectation was massive. So it's like, I have missed my period. As you enter the bathroom to take your bath, your mind goes down again. How many of us you are expecting? You are back. How many of us you have borrowed money to establish a contact because of a contract? You spend everything you have, and they said to you everything will work. They said to you this one will not fail. All you were just waiting for was just an approval. But in the midst of expecting a signature from someone, they said to you the person has been transferred. I said, well, just wait. We have to understudy this new boss. You don't have to just bring some documents to his table anyhow. Faith expectation. He was watching his net. He was concluding his life. He was saying to himself, I know I am a failure. Just like some person hearing the sound of my voice. There are some people now, if you are talking to them by prophecy, they are looking at you. Because they are already used to it. Balasia. I remember there was a man I was talking to, I think it was the other side, one time in a service. I said to the man, I said, I don't understand the way you are looking at me. I said, I see you connected to good luck. How many of us can remember that other side? I think the man was sitting somewhere either in the middle row. I brought him out by prophecy. I was talking to him. I said, I see connection. I see a lot of things on your hair. The man was just looking at me. So I was confused. I said, if God is speaking, I used to know. Are you sure God is the one talking? Or I am the one talking? I must tell us the truth. If you look at people's faces during prophecy, you may be confused. So I was looking at him and I said, what is happening? I said, God, what is this? Are you sure it's the one I'm talking to? After some time, the man bowed down his head and he breathed. He said, I said, I don't understand. He said, I take care of him when he was in school. How many of us were in that service that day? He spoke a lot of things. People were weeping. Wow! The man was expecting. I remember one time, those days when we were very young. Do you know, when they say your sister is going to abroad, you are excited? I have a witness in this house. I remember one time they said to me somebody was going to abroad. I said, hey, see money, oh, I don't have money. In short, I was excited on behalf of somebody that is traveling abroad. I said, see money, oh. Those days in Benin, you know, there is a realm you get to, you now start tying towel on your neck. You feel you have arrived. You now fry your hair. They ask you, they say, my sister is in abroad, my sister is in abroad. But until I concluded about life, that in destiny you are alone. Because there was 1 year, we are waiting for money to buy shoes. We are waiting for money for rice. We are waiting for money for all kinds of things. And our brother said to us then, the year complete, but money never complete. Said the year complete, but money never complete. We see the look for money. And I knew that life is in your hand. Faith. And many women are expecting, praying for their husband. If my husband can be rich, I know I will be rich. If my husband can be promoted, I know I'm the one that will be promoted. I know if my husband can be in that position, I know I will enjoy. But as your husband entered the position, there was one CCA in the office that turned the heart of the man against you. The man is not coming back to the house again. And you are now asking yourself, is it not wrong for me to pray for my husband? Faith expectation. How many of you are expecting that all your labor of life? I said to those that came to here, whether you like me or not, it does not change anything. It's an error for you to fight your mother-in-law. It's an error for you to fight your father-in-law. It's an error. Because whether you like it or not, that was a woman that carried that boy, you think is your husband, in her womb for 9 months. The man was the one that trained that so-called husband you think you have for pass through schools. He was expecting something. Now he's married because he's married to Delilah. None of the father will not come to the house, the mother will not come to the house, and you are happy and excited. You are advertising close up. One day you will give birth to a son and your son will get married. You will not enter the house. How will you feel? How will you feel? How will you feel? Take care of a child. Spend everything you have. Because he saw one girl in school and they are now married. The girl will say, don't call your mother. A prophet told me she's a witch. And the prophet did not tell you from day one that he was the one that took care of the boy from school. If he would have killed the boy, he would have killed the boy right from school. Even if he's a witch, every witch, some witch can change. It's painful when you invest into life and at the end of the day you are not seeing anything. It's painful. Am I saying something to anyone here? It's painful. It's painful. It's painful. It's painful. Some of us that are staff pastor, it's painful. The man spend time to pray for you, spend time with you all night, fasting and prayer for a contract to come. Now they gave you the contract. You refuse to even tell him because you know if he's aware, he'll be expecting tithe from you. I'll test it from you. You will not run away. If you see the man, you are dodging. You may dodge from him physically, but the spirit he carries is watching you. Can I say something to anyone here? How will you feel when you labor for a son? You are the father, and the time comes the son is not married, and the so-called daughter-in-law will say to you, don't come to my house. Who owns the house? You get a house. Go get a house. Who married you? I'm not saying something to anyone here. A fair expectation. How will you feel when your son passed through primary school, secondary school, passed through university, he graduated? On the graduation day, he was coming back. He had an accident. He died. How will you feel? Less time because of time. Faith. I'll continue. Anytime God gives us the grace, I'll continue, then I'll tell us what to do to end labor. Faith expectation. You know that Peter was already washing his net. It's painful. You may not understand what I'm saying. It's painful when you know that this life you are better than what you are experiencing. It's painful. You know you are educated. You know you are not just a pusher bar. There is something inside your head. I saw a young man preaching one time. Good. If I say preaching, I mean preaching. Tearing, bisecting the scripture. And he has been posted to 4 places. And his church has not exceeded 100. And I called him. I said, come. What is the problem? Because anywhere you invite him, everybody is excited. He would spend time to study. He would spend time to write. But he was living on that labor. The pastor said something to me one time. He was weeping and crying, and I was laughing. He said, oh, this is the only problem I have with you. When we are talking about something serious, you'll be laughing. He said, this is the problem I have with you. I just sat down. I allowed him to talk. He was talking. I will laugh. He said, Pastor, serious? I said, you think I'm not serious? I am very serious. So when he said, I will laugh. But he said something that made pain, that gave me pain. He said, sir, do you know I labor with this man? He said, this man was pursuing a contract. And after some time, the contract, they gave him the approval. He said, sir, the man went to another church to give thanksgiving. And he said 1,100 for me as transport to come and join him to celebrate. In another church. In a mass church that never prayed for him. And I cried in my spirit, and I lifted up my eyes and looked at him. And God said he's suffering from labor. He's in the level of labor. I agree with him. It's not the too much prayer you pray for a man that makes a man to remember you. When you swim in favor, even outsiders bless you. When you swim in favor, even outsiders will bless you. When you swim in favor. I'll tell us, life in the spirit starts tomorrow, Abi. I'll continue tomorrow. I will tell you, there are certain things you must understand. When favor comes upon a man, brother, you don't need to be everywhere to be prosperous. You can be in a place and people will be in competition to favor you. Somebody, God can give somebody a dream because of you. He should give the person your name, your house address, your phone number to look for you. You don't understand this thing. You don't understand this thing. I remember one time we were in London. I can't forget. That was when my book was out, my first book. Where are your accusers? Where are your accusers? We were in London for a program. And after the program, thank God for what God did. Thank God for the move. And I saw somebody came close to me. He said, I read your book. I said, which book? He said, where are your accusers? He said, I was very blessed. And he put his hand in the pocket and brought us something. I said, sir, take. God said I should give you. Brother, what she gave me can print the book times 10. If I say times 10, as in the print I did 1,000. I did 1,000 print out there. He can print 10,000. But she only had just one copy. He said, take. God said I should give you. Why? I was not even there. Where she bought the book, I don't know. As she saw the book, I don't know. But there's a way God can favor you. Am I speaking to anyone here? I tell you the truth. I live a life of favor. They were asking me a question before I traveled. I think that was on Sunday night. They were asking me questions. I was talking with some persons. We were talking. And they were asking me questions. They said, how come this? I said, do you know what you think you are seeing now? I don't even know how it came. It's a life of favor. If I say to people that in this year I have not bought one suit. One. But brother, I am not naked. I'm telling you the truth. One, I have not entered any supermarket. I have not entered any place to say, okay, please, I'm looking for one suit I want to buy. I have never. Somebody saw my wristwatch and said, what are you doing with these things? I said, you don't understand. I never bought one. It came as because of favor. And as it's coming, it's going. It's going. It's going. Anything you don't value, you are bigger than. Am I speaking to anyone? It's going. It's going. If it's coming, it's going. If it's coming, it's going. Favor. We are not somebody today. Amen. You know, he was watching his next. But the Bible said Jesus came. And Jesus said to him, give me your sheep. He gave Jesus the sheep. Jesus preached. When Jesus was through,